What if the biggest opportunities for your retirement are the ones Wall Street hopes you never see? For decades, the system has thrived on keeping ordinary Americans in the dark. They give you just enough information to follow the crowd, while the real strategies remain hidden behind closed doors. But today, we're breaking that silence. Stay with me, because I'm about to reveal 3 powerful secrets inside a crypto IRA with XRP, secrets Wall Street won't tell you but you deserve to know. Miss this, and you could miss the chance to protect your future. Part 1. Wall Street has always been skilled at protecting itself. The glossy brochures, the polished commercials, the confident voices on TV, they all promise security. But behind the curtain, the real strategies are carefully guarded. Why? Because when ordinary savers discover alternatives, the system loses control. Take Daniel, a 60-year-old who trusted every word his advisor told him. For years, he believed he was on track. But when retirement arrived, he realized the advice he'd been following benefited the institutions more than it protected him. His fees were higher, his flexibility was lower, and the options he never heard about could have changed his future. This is not a story about greed, it's about access. Too many Americans are never told the full truth. They are shown the same limited paths, while better tools remain hidden in plain sight. That's why today matters. Because exposing these secrets isn't about tearing down the system, it's about giving power back to you. In the next parts, we'll uncover 3 specific strategies inside a crypto IRA with XRP that Wall Street won't advertise, but that can make the difference between fear and freedom. Part 2. The first secret Wall Street won't tell you is this: tax advantages are more powerful than market timing. Most traditional advisors talk endlessly about picking the right funds, watching the market, or chasing returns. What they rarely explain is that avoiding unnecessary taxes often has a bigger impact than chasing the next big stock. And that's exactly where a crypto IRA with XRP can change the game. Consider Emily, who spent decades saving in a standard account. Every time she withdrew, taxes cut deep, leaving her with far less than she expected. Meanwhile, her neighbor structured part of his savings inside a tax-advantaged account. The growth wasn't radically different, but the after-tax results were night and day. One struggled, the other thrived. Wall Street avoids this conversation because their profits come from keeping you in their system. The less you know about tax flexibility, the more you rely on them. But the truth is simple. Smart planning can protect more of your money than risky investing ever could. And that's the first secret. Control taxes, and you control your future. Part 3. The second secret is one Wall Street hates to admit. Real diversification doesn't live inside their system. When advisors talk about diversifying, they usually mean spreading money across the same circle of funds, all tied to the same market. Stocks, bonds, mutual funds, different labels, but one fragile foundation. When the market falls, everything falls together. True diversification means stepping outside that box. A crypto IRA with XRP gives savers access to an asset class that doesn't always move in lockstep with Wall Street. It's not about betting everything on digital assets. It's about having an anchor when the old system shakes. Think of Robert, who entered retirement in 2008 with everything tied to traditional funds. When the crash hit, his so-called diversified portfolio collapsed as one. Compare that with Anna, who balanced her savings with alternative assets. She still faced challenges, but she didn't lose her stability or her sleep. Wall Street avoids this truth because the more you diversify beyond them, the less control they have over your future. But diversification isn't rebellion, it's protection. And protection is the heart of every secure retirement. Part 4. The third secret is the one Wall Street fears most. Control belongs in your hands, not theirs. For decades, the system has trained savers to hand over authority, to trust advisors, to accept fees, to believe that the experts will manage everything. But every layer of dependency means less freedom for you and more profit for them. A crypto IRA with XRP flips that script. Instead of waiting for someone else to decide how your future unfolds, you hold the keys. You choose when to contribute, when to adjust, and when to withdraw. That level of flexibility is something Wall Street rarely offers, because control doesn't serve their interests, it serves yours. Take David, who once relied on a single brokerage firm. Every decision felt like it had to be filtered through paperwork and approvals. When he shifted part of his retirement into a structure he could manage directly, the difference was immediate. He didn't just gain more money, he gained confidence. Wall Street doesn't advertise this secret because it weakens their grip. But the truth is simple. Retirement security grows when you control the rules, not when you follow them blindly. Part 5. So let's step back and look at the 3 secrets together. The first is the power of tax advantages, keeping more of what you've earned. The second is true diversification, building stability beyond the fragile walls of Wall Street. The third is control, shaping your future with your own hands instead of leaving it to someone else. Now imagine 2 retirees. Both worked hard, both saved, but their paths split. One never heard these secrets. He trusted the system, paid more in taxes than he had to, relied on diversified funds that collapsed together, and let advisors make choices for him. His retirement feels smaller than the life he dreamed. The other learned early. She limited taxes, balanced her portfolio with crypto IRA options, and kept control of her plan. She still faced challenges, but she faced them with freedom instead of fear. The difference wasn't luck, it was knowledge. And knowledge, applied with discipline, is the strongest protection you can carry into retirement. These 3 secrets aren't theories, they are choices. And the sooner you embrace them, the more secure your future becomes. Part 6. Why doesn't Wall Street talk about these 3 secrets? The answer is simple: profits and control. Every fee you pay, every fund they manage, every decision they convince you to outsource, it all builds their wealth, not yours. If savers truly understood how tax planning, diversification outside their system, and personal control worked, the dependency on Wall Street would collapse. And dependency is their lifeline. Experts who have worked inside the industry admit this quietly. They say the playbook is designed to keep clients loyal, not free. Most brochures focus on staying the course, but that course is built on limited options that benefit the house more than the saver. Think of it this way. Casinos don't advertise how to beat the odds, and Wall Street doesn't advertise how to beat their system. Both survive on the same principle: keep you playing their game. The truth is, these secrets are not hidden because they don't work. They're hidden because they do. And once you see them, you can never unsee them. That awareness is your first step toward independence. Part 7. Picture 2 different retirees sitting across the table. Both worked hard, both trusted the system, but their choices led them in opposite directions. One continued to place blind faith in Wall Street. He accepted every fee, followed every generic plan, and believed diversification meant holding 5 versions of the same fund. Taxes drained his withdrawals, and his so-called control existed only on paper. His retirement feels like a constant negotiation with the system that promised to protect him. The other opened her eyes. She learned about the tax advantages of crypto IRA with XRP, used diversification beyond the traditional box, and kept control over her savings. Instead of panic when markets shifted, she had calm. Instead of shrinking options, she had flexibility. Her retirement isn't perfect, but it's hers. The contrast couldn't be clearer. One path leaves you dependent and disappointed. The other leaves you independent and free. The work may be the same, but the outcome is not. The choice isn't about luck. It's about who you decide to trust. Wall Street's promises, or your own preparation. Part 8. The most powerful advantage you can give yourself isn't money, it's time. Awareness gained early multiplies options. Waiting too long shrinks them. Too many retirees discover Wall Street's secrets only after penalties, higher taxes, and missed opportunities have already taken their toll. By then, the damage is done. The strategies still exist, but their impact is smaller. Their reach is limited. Now imagine the opposite. Picture someone in their 50s who learns these truths today. They restructure contributions for tax efficiency. They add diversification outside the traditional mold. They claim control over their withdrawals. 10 years later, the storms still come. But they are ready. What destroys others only shakes them lightly. This is why recognition now matters more than hope later. Every day of awareness adds strength. Every day of delay hands more power to the system. The truth is, retirement freedom is not reserved for the wealthy. It is reserved for the prepared. And the earlier you see the game for what it is, the sooner you can stop playing by Wall Street's rules and start living by your own. Part 9. Mark, a 64-year-old veteran from Florida, once believed his retirement was locked into failure. He had followed every piece of traditional advice, kept his savings in the same funds, trusted Wall Street managers, and assumed his taxes would shrink when he stopped working. Instead, he was blindsided by fees, tax bills, and losses he couldn't recover. For months, Mark lived with regret. But then he discovered what Wall Street had never told him. He restructured part of his savings into a crypto IRA with XRP, unlocking tax advantages he never knew existed. He diversified outside the fragile mold of mutual funds, and most importantly, he gained control over when and how he withdrew his money. The transformation was slow but steady. The fear that once clouded every decision faded. He no longer felt trapped by a system that thrived on his dependence. Instead, he carried confidence, because he finally understood the rules that had once been hidden from him. Mark's story is proof. It's never too late to turn regret into resilience. The moment you embrace these secrets, you stop being a victim of Wall Street and start becoming the author of your own retirement. Part 10. Retirement isn't lost because you didn't work hard enough. It's stolen when the rules are hidden from you. Wall Street has built its power on keeping families blind to 3 simple truths: the impact of taxes, the importance of true diversification, and the freedom that comes from control. We've uncovered those secrets today. They are not magic, and they are not out of reach. They are strategies that anyone can use, strategies that shift the balance from dependence to independence. The difference between fear and freedom is not luck, it's awareness. Some will ignore these lessons, hoping the system will take care of them. Others will act, using these truths to shape a retirement that belongs to them and no one else. The question is simple: which side will you choose? The path of dependency, with its hidden traps and constant stress, or the path of clarity, built on knowledge, balance, and control? Your retirement story is still unwritten. And with these secrets in your hands, the ending is yours to decide. If these 3 secrets opened your eyes to the truth Wall Street never wanted you to see, don't let the message stop here. Hit the like button so YouTube knows this conversation matters. Leave a comment with your thoughts or story. Your voice might be the one that inspires someone else. Share this video with friends and family who deserve to protect their retirement. And most importantly, subscribe to XRP Today USA for daily insights that reveal what others hide, so you can prepare with clarity and confidence. Your support doesn't just grow this channel, it builds a movement. Together, we can replace fear with freedom and ensure no one faces retirement blind.